Are You Wearing a Helmet is brought to you by Excelsior Games and Comics in Greenville, Michigan. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher.
Welcome back, listeners, to another wonderful episode of Are You Wearing a Helmet? Where this time we've loaded our dice so we stop rolling once. My name is Keith Allen. I'll be the DM for today, and I'm joined by my players.
Ken, playing Ardith, the Elven Ranger.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Weehoo. I'm a halfling rogue. Yeah, it's been a while. Yes, halfling rogue. Call me Murder Machine.
And I'm Rockin' Rob, here to play Engelbert Harrison.
That's the most energy I've heard you come
I've had
through
a
with
Mountain
in a
Dew or
while.
two.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Keep it up.
Super caffeine.
Eric Wisniewski playing Gunther Stanmeyer and Human Fighter.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Dubridge playing Vander Knox, and my dice aren't loaded, but I am.
Well, yeah, it's like, what, noon?
Is it noon?
I'm behind.
I should have been drinking for 6 hours already.
What year is it?
All right, where we last left our intrepid adventurers, they were chasing the remnants of the wolf's paw around a corner. I believe Weehoo, you were in hot pursuit.
Sure. I hot pursued him.
Woo, go get him. All right,
Tackle him.
as you round the corner, you are greeted with a wall of city watchmen who are rounding up and manacling a bunch of men and women in rustic clothing.
Aha.
You recognize one of them as Sergeant Thaddeus Plothammer.
I pull Indiana Jones, come to a screeching halt, and turn around and run away.
You're covered in blood.
Whoa! It's ketchup! And I run.
After you shoot him with your 38.
Back.
Like a bottle and a half of ketchup.
All right, one of the guards takes notice of you and, Descendant, wait, hold, please.
No, gotta go! No, I'm heading
right.
back to the boys here.
You run back down the alleyway to where the box has been slid across, and the rest of them are crawling out of the den.
Hey guys, it looks like everybody's getting rounded up by the city guard. So somebody else talk. I got to go find the river and wash it.
That would probably
tie a
be
rope
for
to
the
yourself
best.
and jump in.
So yeah, he didn't get away. He's with the city watch, and Plothammer is up there. So whoever was a big fan of the Plothammer, go talk to him.
Well, I do have this powdered wig in my back pocket I could lend to you if you need to clean up.
No, I'm good. Yeah, and so I'll assist the guys getting out of here, and then we can all go over there as a group. That's me.
All right.
Team-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like
Since
that.
when?
Look
all
at
for
you.
one. Since I'm almost dead. And everybody's crying about, set enough traps. So, all right. I know my place.
All right. So as you're coming up out of the hole with the ladder in it, you notice that more city guards are kind of coming in from both directions of the alleyway. Plothammer's in the very front, and it's like, looks like we've got all of them. Were there any more down in the den?
Mm.
I mean, not living.
Doubtful, yeah.
There may be a cleanup on aisle 3, but
But mostly it's his blood.
Points
Points over at
me.
me.
I did leave a lot down there. I'm sorry.
I can vouch.
No, but if you're going down there, they've festooned it with traps. I would strongly caution.
Well, gentlemen, we have a situation. We've been called, both yourselves and I, to the Pink Castle.
What?
Huh?
Is that what they call it these days?
Wait a minute.
On my way.
I can't wait for my call to the Pink Castle. Oh my god, it's been so long.
Great name for a cat house.
Any of you that grew
better
up
than
in
the
the
Red Rocket.
area know that the King's Castle is referred to as the White Castle because it's made out of white basalt, whereas the
White bath salts?
basalt
To rebuild it every time it rains?
That place is crazy, man.
Foams over.
look over and the king is just eating somebody.
Nom, nom.
What are you doing,
I've got the
sire?
greatest castle in the world.
Oh, the cheek meats are the best.
Oh, topical humor. No.
Topical from like 13
Yeah,
years
that was a while
Yeah.
ago. That was
Been a few
Florida
days.
too, wasn't that? That
Yeah,
was Florida.
yeah, of course it's
Yep.
Florida.
This is the beginning of Florida Man, maybe? I don't know.
Beginning of? Nah, beginning of Florida Man was whenever they touched down in Florida.
Ponce de Leon looking for the...
Ah, yeah. An entire landmass just all over with Crocs and gators. Yep.
And
Great
Love this
place to
place.
be.
Settle in.
that's why the Seminoles were the only tribe that was never conquered.
You live
Come on back to the Everglades, boys.
Have fun. I wouldn't. All right. No, those of you who grew up in the area know that the King's Castle is referred to as the White Castle because of what it's made of. And the local Lord's Castle is built a little down the way, and it's referred to as the Pink Castle because it's made out of a coral granite.
So not gumdrops, rainbows, and unicorn kisses.
No.
I prefer the White Castle sliders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of collectively referred to, like in jest, as the Pink Castle.
He's got no
Get that.
respect. Awesome.
So, yeah, we've been asked by Lady Minerva to present ourselves to her. I've
Oh man.
What? I'm sorry. I get Lady Minerva wants us to present ourselves to her Pink Castle.
oh
Woo! All right.
Well, then I feel overdressed.
no, go ahead and get it out now.
It'll never be done. So let's just keep pushing
We'll keep
through.
moving forward.
Okay,
It's not about getting it
Pushing
out.
through
It's
the
about
Pink
getting it
Castle.
in.
5, 4, 3.
Center.
All right.
Oh, it's an innuendo.
Oh.
I mean, not you, her. But, okay.
There it is. Okay.
So what does Minerva want?
Lady Park.
We're almost there. I tried. Keith, I tried.
You did. Thank you for the effort. The messenger didn't say, only that she wished to see all of us.
Okay.
I've taken the liberty of collecting your cart.
Ox
If
cart.
you will, a contingent of guards and myself will escort you.
I'm guessing we don't have a choice.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's always a choice.
Well, we could fling the half-dead halfling at him and run.
He did it.
I still got a few hit points. I can do it.
What are you going to do? Bleed on him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In-
profusely.
In the poisonous acid blood of halflings, you'd be dead.
Yeah.
All 1 pint of it.
Unfortunately, it takes more than one half. You have to squeeze more than one halfling to get enough poison blood to kill somebody.
Yeah, the blood is. Besides, the blood isn't only there for show. Everybody knows that the halfling circulatory system is run off from bile.
And it's on the outside.
That's right. The liver is actually the most important organ in there. Not the heart.
Actually, I thought of something to add to your backstory, Chris. Is you've been tasked by the halfling clans to spread disinformation about halflings throughout the kingdoms.
All right, that was because we're small and frail, so yeah, we definitely want to.
So the more crap that you can put out into the world about halflings, the better.
What level do I have to be to become a red cap?
Oh,
'Cause that's my plan.
right in the nads.
Iron boots.
I hate those guys.
As long as it's not tooth fairies, Eric will still play.
Might be too soon.
So is Plot Hammer leading the way?
He is.
Let's go.
4 or 5 guards break off from the rest of them And they escort you back to the wagon where they begin binding Weehoo's wounds.
Oh, good. I was just saying,
Yep.
I was going to do a stealth check to like wipe myself off on somebody's robe.
The guard cleaning your wounds is like, most of this blood this isn't yours.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What, you looking at the genetics of it? I mean, blood's blood, homeboy.
Medieval forensic pathologist.
Yeah. Take it to the lab.
Look at the arterial spray. That's definitely not yours.
Look at the spray pattern.
Well, they don't have halflings don't have enough blood pressure to really spray it out. It more just
It all
oozes.
pool. We got to keep moving because all pools up at their feet.
That's why they don't wear shoes, right?
Swells up too much.
It's all coming together.
It's kind of like that terrible Pokemon entry where it's like the spoink has to keep bouncing or its heart stops.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a hell of an existence.
They're respirating through the hairs on the top of their feet. God.
Oh, useless halfling facts.
Halflings are weird.
We're the best.
Yeah,
You
that's
love
why
us.
they're so big. It's like a lung in each
Literally.
one.
Everyone.
Right. We use hairs for maximum surface area.
All right, you load up into the wagon and begin heading out, and my computer shut down. Son of a.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
It is.
I'm pretty sure that on the way there we meet a genie. We all get special powers and stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
quick,
Get them
no,
snake
that's
boots?
Right now.
not what I actually have written down.
Snake boots. Snake boots for everybody.
Stop reading old
Right.
notes. You do not have snake boots.
So we were trying to figure
Yet.
out before this started where we were, and Eric is the chronicler, but I like to take notes too because I think I'm cool. And I was reading notes from a year and a half ago where we all had snake boots, and I got all excited until I recognized that they were a year and a half ago. So
From a completely different game, even.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it turns out no snake boots,
Yet.
sadly.
Yet
Which is
Don't
good.
worry, I'll write it in at the end of my notes for this next session here. Nobody will remember.
Those
That'll be
snakes
your
hurt
closing
both of my
statement
toes.
after every note. We have
Snake
snake
boots.
boots.
We have snake boots. Just
All right,
start
the City
filtering.
Watch lead you upriver, beyond the silent warehouses and storefronts. Before long, you pass out of the dock district and turn west, heading uphill into the Nobles' Quarter. Here you can see a stark contrast between how the wealthy and poor live. The roadways itself change from packed dirt to cobblestone, and even in this late hour, watchmen patrol the streets in pair. The cramped buildings marking the poor district seem to fall away, making room for grand estates. In most, iron bars separate streets from expansive lawns and courtyards before terminating in grand facades of chiseled stonework, each more extravagant than the last. Your escort leads you ever uphill, a straight run to the very crest, where a veritable fortress of an estate dominates the top. Unlike the surrounding manses, this one seems carved from a coral-colored granite that glows in faint firelight from several braziers set along the low wall surrounding it. The bright color detracts somewhat from its military-esque architecture of the compound and makes it stand out even more from anything else surrounding it. As your group approaches, massive bronze gates in the wall open, and beyond, well-armed men usher forward in uniforms different from those of the City Watch. They speak briefly with Thaddeus in hushed tones, and after a moment of tense argument, the guards approach your wagon. One of them in particular, a well-dressed man and with a manicured goatee, seems to be in charge. He reaches a hand out to you and greets you. Hello, my name is Danvis Hargrave, at your service, gentlemen. I will be escorting you the rest of the way to see the lady of the house. Sergeant Plothammer, of course, will be accompanying us further. However, the rest of the watchmen will have to wait here for your return.
Cool.
Don't touch me. I slap his hand.
Oh, I got it.
Out of here.
All right.
That was-
Yeah. Like, is he reaching out as if to shake a hand or reaching out as if to come this way, gentlemen?
Would you say 1,000 miles? No, he seems to be holding his hand out expectantly as if to shake somebody's hand.
Not touching it.
I will do this.
Way to jump on this grenade for everybody else.
Oh, I'll glad hand.
Get knuckles. That's
I'm
it.
becoming a mover and a shaker in this town.
I've got gauntlets. I have protection. Oh, direct skin-on-skin contact? No! No!
I'm the lady's cousin. I'm in charge of the guards here, the house guard. I will be escorting you the rest of the way, as I said. If you will, follow me. Your wagon can wait out here.
No, the wagon comes with it.
Is it our wagon or
It is your wagon.
Sir, it won't fit through the door. Fool!
Open the door wider.
It's like one of those Jeeps where you start disassembling the portage and across.
Yeah, I think we can get it through there if we 90 the thing and, just bring it in on its side.
Pivot.
right.
No, turn it 30 degrees. Well, whatever. Look.
Somebody have a blanket we can just put underneath the thing so it doesn't scratch the basalt?
All right, so is Minerva waiting on us? Come on, Danvis. Let's go. It's Danvis Hargrave.
Yes.
All right, Danny. That's it.
Do your job. Jeez.
Yeah.
Present us, presenter.
All right. He, without another word, he turns and walks towards the fortress, where you enter through ironwood doors. The inside of the fortress itself is not exactly what you would expect. From the outside, it appears to be a very military-looking affair, whereas on the inside, the floors are all done in a some form of blue stone inlaid with gold. It's a gigantic entry room, almost like a hall. And he ignores all of it and turns to his right and takes you down a series of corridors, all floored in the same blue stone. The pink from the rest of is all throughout, so it's pink walls,
And gold.
almost like Pepto-Bismol pink.
Tasteless.
Is there a
Pink walls, blue floor.
unobtrusive corner where I can sit in the corner and start scraping the gold inlay out of the floor?
I wasn't going to say it, but
He leads you into a solar where he instructs you to wait. The room itself is richly appointed with overstuffed sofas. There are several books written in, just with a quick perusal, various languages. Some that you recognize, some that you don't. A large fireplace burns with a fresh fire.
Okay, so if they're this opulent, we gotta at least generally know how they getting this money. What is?
It's inherited.
Oppression.
There we go.
The Pink Castle was rebuilt after King Graham's crusade to free the Gola from the Dread Ferris.
Okay.
It's a very, very
Reasons.
It was a very old castle. Originally, it was a military stronghold along the river, and the Hargrave family has rebuilt it in a just opulent splendor. They imported the stone as like a sign of, hey, look, we're so rich, we can do this.
Check this out. Conspicuous consumption.
I'm going to crawl up on the couch and kind of curl up into a little ball and take a nap. It's been a long day.
Do you walk in 3 counterclockwise circles first and then lay down?
To make sure there are no
And then
snakes.
and then three clockwise.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody?
In order to
Depends
check
on-
my surroundings.
Depends on
Yeah.
which hemisphere
Make sure
he's
I'm
in.
safe.
Which way.
Right.
Halfling Coriolis
Wait,
effect.
let's Coriolis effect.
Whichever way the toilet flushes. That's what
But it's natural. You don't even. It's just something
I don't
you
have
know.
to think about
Why do you always
it.
put it that way? What are you talking about?
All right. It's mere moments before a redheaded woman in just a rich night robe enters in. It's very heavy brocade fabric, and she, without even speaking to you, goes over to the the fireplace and begins rubbing her hands together and warming your hands.
Oh, you need to be warmed up, baby.
She
We're asleep.
Oh, damn it! I'm sorry.
Without turning to look at you, I presume you know who I am.
No,
Hot.
aren't you the presumptuous one?
The lady of the house.
That would be correct. This is my city that you find yourself in. Where the king runs the country, I take care of the city. And I find myself that I owe you a debt of gratitude. As she speaks, she turns back to you, where you notice that she is a rather young to be in charge of much of anything.
Ambition.
She's maybe in her early 20s.
Okay.
A very, very attractive young red-headed woman. She motions to the couches. She's like, please, sit.
Don't sit on me.
No problem.
As you sit on top of the halfling.
Yeah. Can we go find
I think we about killed your son.
The
over
lad
there.
like that.
All I heard was a gasp of air.
What was this evening? What time of day is this?
This is evening, yes, like the dead of night.
So I
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't go find a warm spot of sunlight on the ground.
You can go looking.
Yeah.
You're going to be a minute.
Yeah, right.
Keep the halfling away from the tapestries before he shreds them.
I think,
He's sharpening his claws.
does there appear to be a way that I might be able to scoot out of the room, or are we pretty?
The door is closed behind her. The windows are all high off the ground.
Beyond your reach.
Yeah. So they're like 3 feet.
3
Well,
feet.
fine. Yeah. Give me a boost.
The entire room is lined with bookshelves.
Ah, perfect. So I can be tall.
Half of them, Daniel Steele.
Half. You're being generous.
So she just came here to say that she's grateful, or do you have
Oh,
money?
no. I'm
Money?
sorry. We got sidetracked.
money?
But
Oh, milady, we were
I'll sit.
Hoping to
we
get
were
paid.
Well, yes, we are passing through on our way to Starve. I can't Starve.
Starvost. Yes, yes, yes.
Starvost, yeah.
I'm well aware of that. Before you go, I have another task for you, and of course, I must compensate you for the work that you've already done for me.
physically,
No
Yep.
complaints.
She
here.
goes over to a small table sitting next to the fireplace and opens up a little chest that was on top of that and pulls out a leather bag and just kind of throws it at you, Vander.
Snatch.
You seem to be the money man here.
Okay,
You-
depends. Do I have money in my hand? What are you
You
giving me?
do have money in your
How much?
hand. As you open up the bag, you can see that there are at least 100 gold coins inside.
wow.
150 would go further.
It would. You are correct.
What's the next plan then, Minerva?
Well, you've done a service to my city, and for that I thank you. Now I'm afraid I must ask something of a more personal matter.
Oh,
The castle that you now reside in, my homestead, it sits upon ancient catacombs.
Ooh, catacombs.
I would request that you go and retrieve some things for me from inside of them.
You built a castle on an indigenous burial ground?
Yes, I didn't build the castle here. It was some 70 years ago. My great grandfather built the castle here. He thought it was hilarious.
Catholic Church.
Why can't you get it yourself or with your guard that's all over the place?
Well, see, if something were to happen to them, I would be put out. Whereas if something were to happen to you,
We'll be put out.
My mom would disagree.
understandable. So,
however, you have proven yourself very capable. And I'm sure that you're more than up to the task.
I am if there's 100 gold coins involved.
The compensation
A piece?
will be a little different.
I knew it. It's going to be physical again. Yeah!
You may keep any artifacts that you find inside the crypt for yourself. However, there is one thing that I wish retrieved specifically for me.
Yes.
It's a small goblet of no consequence, really, carved out of onyx.
So your
Alright.
compensation is whatever we earn on our own, and then we have to bring you something back?
Oh, in addition to coinage when you return.
100 gold apiece, right?
200 apiece.
Something very similar to what you now hold in your hand.
What? Wait
Well-
a minute. What he's holding in his hand or what I'm holding in my hand?
She
I
turns
told
and
you to
looks
let
at
go
Wee.
of that tapestry.
She turns and looks at Weehu. Oh my!
Hey.
Somebody get the squirt bottle.
All right. Yeah, never mind.
We can't have nice things.
Yep.
Hobbits on
So-
the counter again.
I take it that you know that there's something down there. Any ideas as to what we'll be facing when we go to retrieve this goblet?
Oh, Restless Dead.
Former
Okay.
Oh.
family.
We've had the entire mansion blessed several times by the priest, but it never seems to last very long. The dead seem to rise again.
See,
As the dead do. I mean,
That's how they make their money, right?
yeah.
I mean, if it lasts forever, they can't come back. Charge you back, you know? It's for the service.
It's really a racket for the
Yeah.
the creator of man. The
Sounds
Roshan temples are just yeah.
It's a revolving door, baby.
These chapels don't pay for themselves.
Where's the entrance?
It's actually located in the larder. We've installed a series of several iron doors. It's really nothing that we worry about in the household, but we can't exactly go down in there easily to retrieve these items.
So the dead they've never tried to leave.
No.
So what is this list of items? Or are we just going to you'll know it when you see it?
Goblet.
Just
It's
a goblet.
an onyx goblet.
I'm sorry. Apparently I wasn't paying attention.
There's not more than one, I assume.
That's what she wants. That's what she said, right?
No,
Just the
there
one?
is only one goblet.
all right.
I wonder if we can make one.
So we will need to find some sort of accommodation for the night beforehand. I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't send you down in your current state. It looks like you've had a frightful evening.
as it turns out,
Baby, you have no idea.
have you in your no,
Yeah, exactly. What he
in
said.
attempting to secure
the
the
most
the basement here, you don't have any other traps or anything else that we might stumble our way into as we go down?
Only in the initial corridor, but we'll disengage those while you're down, of course.
Oh, okay. Well then,
So we can lead the army of the
Excuse me,
dead up.
I have a few questions concerning this item of no consequence. What exactly? What exactly is the item of no consequence, and why is it of no consequence if it's of consequence? Do you have it?
Oh, it's a family heirloom.
Oh, I see. And exactly how did it get down into the catacombs?
Well,
If-
my great, I don't know how many greats you throw on top of that. His grandfather, he was buried with it.
Oh, I see. And so then you have a clear. Well, we spoke earlier about the catacombs not exactly being created by your grandfather. I'm concerned that are these dead that are down there, they're not necessarily relatives then, are they?
No. A few of them, I'm sure, were related in some way, shape, or form. But no, the catacombs we're actually from the old religion before the creator of man.
Oh, I see.
Was it?
Heathens. I see. So, you won't mind if we inspect this goblet a little bit. It seems very interesting. We'll of course bring it back to you, but
By all means.
it wouldn't be involved in anything nefarious. Of course, is what I'm deeply concerned about.
I'm sorry, I just saw Rick put the hand wobble in there. It's not involved in anything nefarious.
Yeah.
So, of course, please, by all means, inspect the goblet. It is solely a family heirloom that I wish retrieved.
Excellent. That's
Yeah.
sufficient.
Grandpa called it the Goblet of Death.
Yes, goblet.
Drink the blood of mine from my enemies.
How did it get there? If it's a family heirloom, you brought it with you.
Well, they poured out one for their homies and then forgot it on the tombstone.
Yeah, Grandpa got buried with it.
All right, cool.
No, it's something that we
need to
haven't
find a
seen in
sarcophagus.
the family for many, many generations.
But you know it
Since
exists.
even before Dread Ferris came to our lands.
Hmm.
Oh, so it's going to be way back there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
All right. Clean up.
For your information, yes, actually, the caverns, the catacombs themselves, the upper levels are obviously built by human hands, but as you go deeper, it's actually hewn from the stone.
Oh,
So humans can't hew.
No, it's not cut stone walls.
Oh,
I knew a human named Hugh.
yeah. He hung
He
out
was
with
a
these
dick.
guys. He hung out with these guys called the News.
3145, Bob. Oh, that's okay. That's right on the line. PG-14, maybe.
well then, it seems like we're in for a kip and then some light, benevolent
Exploring,
grave
yeah.
robbing.
Oh, it's not going to be light. I'm stealing everything not bolted down.
Does that skeleton have gold
Gold
teeth?
teeth? Not anymore.
I will grind these corpses down to make paint.
Bone meal.
I'll say, isn't bone meal a thing? Yeah. There might still be some marrow worthwhile in there.
Wasn't there like a mummy brown? Wasn't that a thing that the British did from Egypt?
Yes.
Ground down
Yeah,
mummies
I'm
and
pretty
turned
sure,
it into...
yeah.
Ah, that's messed
It's
up.
either a folk tale or an actual thing that happened. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Well,
I've heard
Either way,
of
that's
it.
my plan.
Yeah, either it's true or it's not. I mean, it's one of those.
Either way,
I've heard the rumor before. I don't know if it's true or not, is what I was getting at.
Oh, all right.
either way,
You know
the
what?
entire British History Museum.
We who has a
up
heart
in it.
attack.
Every night. What's the problem? That's how I reset for the new day.
a series of elaborate heart attacks.
All right.
Can't sleep otherwise.
Ready for the new day.
So we sleep, we go in. Let's go.
All right. Do you have any more questions for me? I will be busy in the morning, so I won't be able to
Any,
receive you.
This is the end of the meeting, and you're
Is there-
seriously asking if someone has more questions? What's wrong with you?
Is there any gear? I mean, obviously, if it's going to be a lot of undead, is there anything that you may be able to provide as a protection via those undead? But maybe something to help out.
Yep.
I
boy
don't
over here.
believe you have anything. We have anything on hand that's
Then what good are you?
more potent than the priest that you're carrying with you.
Him?
He just looks at me. You're a priest.
I didn't know that. I just thought you spoke well. All right.
Thank you.
You've been daddy issues.
Would have figured that they would have like a cauldron of boiling holy water up above the doors there.
I'll have to remember that. I apologize for everything I've done before to offend.
All right, you're forgiven.
Thanks, buddy.
This time.
All right.
Usually
Then, it's sleepy time and hit point time because I'm still not feeling real great.
All right. Well, if you have no more questions, she goes over to the door and pokes her head out, and a handful of maids run or kind of bustle into the room and collect you. They take you out into the hall and take you down a series of. Can I talk?
That's right.
I'm just envisioning. You got in trouble.
Sick of your crap.
You look more and more
You
like
love my crap when I smear it in your face.
Can I get a cutoff button for Chris's mic?
well, it'll be like Zoom meetings. Mute. Mute.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, by all means. All right. They lead you down to a series of connected rooms, like an apartment, and they bid you good night.
I said good night, sir.
There's each one of you will have a connected room that kind of uses a central meeting
Like a
area
dorm.
in the center. Yeah.
Or a prison pod.
Gryffindor.
Okay, so once I feel that everyone is asleep, I'm gonna break into. I forgot your character's name
Oh, Minerva? Go steal from Minerva? That's a great idea.
and then I'm gonna find some valuables and take them from the room.
That is fantastic.
Okay, so you're breaking into Vander's room.
Yeah,
Oh, my room?
yeah. So that when they notice things gone, they will blame Vander and not me.
The perfect crime.
I'm just saying because he's already shown himself to be greedy.
Actually, as the maids leave each one of the rooms, you see one of them going around picking up.
So thusly, I follow the maid.
Backstab her. Take the silverware.
Dude, all right. I 100% honestly want to do this. Before that maid leaves, and she go and pick up stuff, I want to pick her pockets.
Okay,
That is awesome.
roll it.
That is really cool.
It's a maid.
First
She
off,
just took all the valuables. Because then it's the maid's fault.
That's right.
Well, I swear, I took everything up.
I hope she gets guillotined.
That would be a 22.
Oh,
all right. Actually, when you go to swipe the items, you see that there's a key dangling from her belt.
Looks
you-
awesome.
Yoink! So you
All right.
you
Random.
now have a key.
Yeah.
To her house.
And since we're all in our own separate rooms.
to her house.
Oh, yeah. Since we're all in our own separate rooms, none of these a-holes know.
A-holes?
I'm just saying, we're in our separate rooms.
You mean your fellow
guys have
adventuring
Really
companions?
looking
Yeah.
forward to
Yeah.
Wii U
You know
taking on the
nothing.
role of the old man from the nursing home. They're stealing from me. They're stealing.
Oh, yeah, random key.
It
think-
does have the Hargrave family crest emblazoned on it.
I have a key to the pink castle.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the first time that we've ever pickpocketed? I don't
No.
ever
No,
remember.
second.
No, I snapped up some stuff while we were waiting in line back at the iron whatever.
Okay.
But we haven't had a lot of opportunity. So
I like this.
had to take it.
Okay.
What, that I let you guys play morally questionable characters?
There's
yeah,
no question.
there's
like
no
every
question.
adventure party that you've ever been in. All right.
That's
then.
awesome.
Oh, thank you. Good night, ma'am.
All right.
No. Have a good evening, sir.
Oh, I will.
You hear the door lock behind you.
Ha! Key.
No. So she leaves the room, obviously gone for the night.
All right.
From out in the common room, you do hear one of them call out, "If any of you need anything, by all means, I will be right outside."
Watching
Was that a
you.
maid? I have a thing about killing women, but I will if I have to. Was that one of the?
It was one of the maids, yes.
I haven't
Dang,
thought
that's-
about killing women.
That's
I like it.
That's my thing. It's
much easier, man.
It's so much more fun.
During this entire encounter, you realize that Sergeant Plothammer is no longer with you.
Good.
mm.
They ate him.
Where was
That's
the
the
last?
most logical explanation.
That's what I would do.
Actually,
Where did we
the,
see him
the
last?
last time you remember seeing him was when you were led into the solar.
Did we see? Or we just remember seeing him, or did we see him with a group? Did he wander
he
off?
Was,
or?
He was with you, and then it looked like Danvis kind of pulled him to the side.
Well, this is fishy.
Hmm.
This pink castle is fishy.
Fishy like last night's dinner.
I love playing on your guys' paranoia. It's great. All right.
All right, well.
So you
I got
spend the
nothing.
evening.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Enjoyable.
So hit points back up and
Yeah.
long rest. Do your
good.
thing.
It's good. Need those hit points.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to clean the scabs off of the beds and everything, because boy,
He's
I
picking
got
his
a lot of
scabs.
scars. Got a lot of scars.
Gross.
Actually,
Stuck to the sheets.
little known fact: halfling's blood doesn't coagulate.
Gross.
Oh, it stays liquidy and moist at all times.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Easy to drink.
Halflings are silicone-based life forms.
And
All right. So morning comes. As you come out of your individual rooms, you find a relatively rich breakfast has been laid out for you. There are fresh baked lemon muffins. There are cuts of meat, fruit, things that you wouldn't find the quote unquote poorer people eating.
Now you can only find this at Denny's.
Your grand slam.
Everything dripping in bacon grease.
right. Shady stuff happening out in the parking lot.
That's right.
I don't know. I've
You
never.
look out the window and one of the maids is dealing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually been to a Denny's during the day.
They don't exist.
No, I've only. It's
when the
like
sun goes down, they just
kind of in that midnight to 2 a.m. kind of range.
Sure that's
Right.
when old people go there because it's so late for them. You know?
Oh, it's time to get up and get
Early
breakfast.
birds,
Yeah.
there you go.
Time has lost all meaning to me.
And that's not funny. That's beginning to happen to me already.
Think we're all getting a dose of that, buddy.
Yeah, I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, well, today's starting.
Guess I'm up.
Yeah.
Are we all over 40 now?
No.
No? Oh, I am.
God, no.
You're pigeon close though.
I'm knocking on the door.
Razor's edge.
So does Danvis come get us, or?
As you sit down to have the breakfast, one of the maids actually enters into the room. Gentlemen, Danvis has asked me to collect you so that we could meet in the kitchen.
Oh, kitchen's a staging area now. All right.
All right. Well, he could just come in here and tell us what he has to say, but by all means, interrupt our breakfast.
Oh, he's doing his morning rounds. He'll meet us there when you're ready, of course.
Need more hollandaise sauce.
Hollandaise.
Right away, sir. And she actually bustles out of the room. In about
Good.
5 minutes, she returns
With hollandaise
With
sauce.
with hollandaise sauce.
Excellent.
So aside
Yeah.
from the key, was the key the only thing I snapped up, or was there like silverware and stuff?
No, it was just the
Just
key.
the key. All right.
You're jangling down the halls with cutlery.
Good morrow. Good morrow. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Uh,
All right.
If you had to hazard a guess as to what the key is, it would be a servant's key. So it would open most of the doors that servants would have access to in the house.
Perfect.
Yep.
Back way into everywhere.
We're going to come back and clean this place out.
That's the plan.
The heroes of our story, folks.
Wait, what's my alignment again? I got to look. Oh, I don't see one. I have no alignment. I'm good to go.
Perfect.
Oh, I forgot to write
Relative.
it down for you.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make it up as I go.
That's what I figured.
I don't know. With this level of opulence, I don't consider it to be an evil act.
All right. So we'll wait. We got our breakfast, and then we'll wait for Dan Voss or DeVos or whatever the heck his name is, and then
All right.
let's go plundering.
And you will deal with that next time on Are You Wearing a Helmet?
Oh.
Now.
I've got to interrupt you. Sorry. Sorry.
Nice change of pace, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're reading that big fluff piece, when you first started talking about, nobody interrupted, and it was great because we didn't have to because you were like, because you were waiting for us to interrupt you. So The best way
It's
to,
a-
I've
the best
been
way to mess you up-
trained.
Yeah, the best way to mess you up is to not try.
Dead silence.
I know how it goes, man.
All right,
Yeah.
listeners, thank you for joining us on Are You Wearing a Helmet? I've been the DM, Keith Allen, joined by players.
Ken.
Chris.
Rob.
Eric.
And Rick.
And always a huge shout out to our sound producer, Bob Hernandez,
Yeah.
and our hosts here at Excelsior Games and Comics.
They've got
Yeah.
Tiamats. They're awesome.
We got
And they've got all sorts of stuff
We
here.
do have also
So where could they find the inventory for this place?
ExcelsiorGNC.com on the interweb.
All right.
And you guys have been hopping lately. Lots of
Nah,
stuff
yeah.
going
Yeah, it's
on.
been-
yeah, a lot of
been busy.
activities. Fantastic.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, pandemic's over and people are doing it.
Outstanding.
Over.
Yeah,
Not really.
throw some air quotes around that real quick and
You know,
hedge your bets.
Hey,
Right.
you got a game
That's-
too.
I don't know.
That's the
Yeah,
fastest
this
way to
board
get
game,
closed
so I can
down
take
again.
it back to my bunk.
Pretty soon you'll be building your own pink castle.
Yeah.
This has been Are You Wearing a Helmet? We'll catch you next time.
The pink castle start.
We're done.
That's it. We're ending on the word done. It should cut off right there.